Hello Gemini, welcome to your January reading. This will be a general reading for all Geminis, sun, moon, and rising signs. Stick with me because the way I do my readings, we get a lot of juicy stuff at the end. You know, I'll pull the initial spread of cards and then I'll pull clarifiers. So if you're not that interested in the clarifiers, that's fine. You might want to fast forward to the end when I pull an oracle card, because the oracle cards usually tie the whole reading in together. So that just seems to be the way the readings are coming out. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. Let's see what we got going on for you here. Okay, we got thoughts. Thoughts leading the way. Ruminations for you, Gemini. Important what you think about this month. This guy on this card is an artist. You see the paintbrushes in the foreground there. You see he's kind of halfway through painting a portrait of a beautiful woman. He's sitting there ruminating on the portrait. So for some of you, you may actually just it may be as simple as the fact that you're in the middle of a creative project. You're working on something creative, which is nice. Now, that's just if we're talking about actually physical, tangible stuff. That card also talks about just needing to think about things and reassess mentally what's going on in your life. So we're going to pull cards now. Let's see what we get for you for the month of January, Gemini. All right, first card that we're going to pull is how you're feeling right now, Gemini. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Oh, you got very interesting. You got two cards for how you're feeling. You got the Four of Cups and you got the Two of Wands. Really interesting combination there for how you're feeling right now. So on one hand, you're feeling a little bored, basically. A little bit of ennui. You're like, this isn't as fabulous as I thought it was going to be. And there's that goose of inspiration, that spiritual goose holding the umbrella, shielding you, protecting you from the elements, and you're not even paying attention. You're just kind of like, whatever, yeah, thanks a lot. It's raining, not even paying attention to the fact that Spirit is holding a beautiful umbrella over your head to protect you from the rain. So, you know, you might want to contemplate what it is that you're feeling a little woe is me over, a little bored about. And then you've also got the Two of Wands. So I really like that, Gemini, because that's saying that while you're feeling this unrest, you know that the solution is within you and that you have to figure out how to work your way through whatever it is that you are not feeling so wonderful about. You know, she's holding the globe in her hand. She's looking up at the moon. She's like, how do I get there from here? I can't get there from here right now. And if you're an REM fan, now you've got an earworm, so you're welcome. So the Two of Wands talks about bringing down from the heavens an idea or a concept or the formation of that will. It's up there, the possibility is up in the heavens, but you need to actually bring it down to you, to earth. So I kind of like that. I like that. Even though you're feeling a little bored and, kind of blah about things, you know that you have to get moving. You have to do something about it. All right, let's see. What's the reality of your situation right now? Gemini, what's the reality of your situation right now? All right, wow. Okay, Gemini, the reality of your situation is the Magician. Let's take a look at this beautiful card. Cards in this deck are so beautiful. This is the Tarot of Mystical Moments, by the way. Anyway, you can see the Magician. Again, we've got the goose again. She's holding the goose this time, and she's very aware of the goose. The goose is I would say, part of her manifestation there, part of the magic of whatever she's creating as she holds the wand. We've also got the moth there talking about transformation, and white. White birds always refer to spirituality. Thing about the Magician is it's ruled by Mercury, which is a ruler of your sign, Gemini. So the Magician also talks about communication skills being very sharp at this time. So the reality of your situation is that you're very powerful. You're able to create what you want by utilizing your skills of communication, writing, speaking, could even be filmmaking, right? Because we've got that thoughts card talking about artistry. So you're in this highly creative place right now where you're able to express your thoughts, your ideas, what you want, your goals, your desires very clearly, and you're able to persuade others to take your point of view as well. So you're very highly persuasive energy right now as well. So use that wisely, Gemini, as you move forward. Try to create win-wins. That's just my own personal input. All right, let's see what's coming towards you, Gemini, in the month of January. Okay, you keep getting the double cards, so I think that's really interesting. That's let's make of it what we will. It's pretty interesting. Coming towards you, you got the Star and the Moon. So again, beautiful combination of cards, really, the Star and the Moon. Gemini, I mean, could he be any more cosmic? I don't know, I don't think so. Well, we could get the Sun. Let's see if we get the Sun in the advice position, then that would be something. But we have the Star and the Moon as to what's coming towards you. Now, the Star is a renewed sense of feeling connected to the world, to the universe, to nature, to your friends, to your community. It's a very hopeful card. If you've been feeling down, that ennui that we were talking about earlier, the Star is going to change that for you. The Star is going to bring in a renewed sense of optimism. It's a beautiful card. Card of healing. Oftentimes the Star comes after the Tower. So when we have a disruption in our life, the Star comes in and is very gentle and heals us. But you also got the Moon coming in with it. And the Moon, for me, can talk about the most obvious. It can talk about fears, what we're subconsciously afraid of, what we're afraid to face. It's the monster in the closet. It's the monster under our bed that we're afraid of. It's usually an unfounded fear. But the Moon is also a very feminine card and a card of creativity. And the Moon can talk about really getting in touch with your creativity and bringing that forth into the world, delving deep down into the well of your psyche and uncovering the beautiful mysteries of what lies within. So it's a very mysterious card. So something mysterious might be coming your way, Gemini. You might either uncover a mystery, or you might find the solution to something that's been mysterious to you in some way, and that just, opens you up to this sense of awe and wonder about life. You may have an epiphany of some sort this month, Gemini, and it's going to be unique to everybody else. It could be, ruminating on a childhood trauma. Let's say the most obvious thing, right? Something that happened that always bothered you, and then having an epiphany and realizing that your perception of the event may have been flawed in some way, or maybe your perception, I'm not saying that you weren't, it wasn't necessarily traumatic or hurtful, but that maybe you can view it in a new way now that you're older, and you can release that feeling of oppression or depression that would previously cause you. You're able to release that. So I'm getting, that kind of feeling of deep introspection. So I think that's, super beautiful, actually, Gemini. All right, let me pull your advice card. What's the advice card for Gemini? What's the advice for Gemini for January 2022? The advice card. All right, beautiful, Gemini. We're ending your reading on the Three of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful card to have as your advice card. I love the Three of Wands. I actually get very excited about the Three of Wands because the Three of Wands talks about a new sense of direction. Three of Wands has two aspects to it. It has the aspect of knowing that things that you have set in motion are coming towards you. They're going to happen. But it also has a sense of adventure to it, because you need to now take what is coming to you and make something new with it and move forward in a new direction. So it's like the ships coming in from the sea, bringing materials, bringing cloth, let's say, right? You're a dressmaker, bringing beautiful exotic cloths for you from all over the world. And now you have those cloths. What are you going to do with them? What are you going to make with them? And then once you make the clothes, where are you going to sell them? Where are you going to take them out to? So there's all these possibilities with the Three of Wands. I just love it. And you can see in this card, you see her beautiful braids. They look like roads, different roads that you can go down. So many opportunities, so many different paths you can choose from. They're all wonderful. So the Three of Wands, and getting the Three of Wands is that extension that we have from the Two of Wands, how we're feeling. Where the Two of Wands, we're like, how do I get there? I kind of know what I want. I'm making a decision. I just don't know which direction to go in or how to move forward, right? It could be your heart and your mind. You don't really, or you don't have the third element, let's say the will. But when you get the Three of Wands, all three are in alignment. And when you've got those three elements, your heart, your mind, and your will, you can move forward. So I really like that Three of Wands coming in for you. That's to take, whatever ideas come through for you and actually kind of act on them. So I love that. I love that. Let's pull some clarifiers. Why the Two of Wands and the Four of Cups? Why the Four of Cups and the Two of Wands and how you're feeling? Keep getting the Sun. Keep getting the Sun card in how you're feeling for all the signs. So, it might have to, this just has to do with your ego. Yeah, and again, wow. The Prince of Swords. So I think that this is something to do with career. Maybe you don't feel like you're getting enough recognition, is what I'm hearing for you, Gemini. You don't feel like the recognition is coming in for you, however you feel that it should be coming in. Because the Sun talks about our identity, what we consider to be important, what we pride ourselves on, and it talks about recognition. And the Prince of Swords talks about being good at something, being really good at a task or a job. So I think that whatever this situation is, I think you're just feeling a little unhappy with your work situation is really what I'm getting, or your career. The reality of your situation is the Magician. Let's pull a clarifier on that. The Five of Wands, that Five of Wands energy coming in. Look real fast at the Five of Wands, what the astrological aspects of the Five of Wands are. I'm just learning about astrology, but that Five of Wands is showing up in a number of different places. All right, well, there you go. The Five of Wands is Saturn in Leo. So there's that Saturnian element that we're all dealing with right now. So the Five of Wands talks about being frustrated, restrictions. It talks about things just not going your way. You lost your keys and you're late for work now because you couldn't find your keys. It talks about minor strife. The Five of Wands also talks about learning from these experiences. You see the two people there kind of sparring with each other. So it's like, what do you learn when you are in conflict? How do you learn from it? So there's definitely a teacher kind of element to that Five of Wands energy. So yes, it's frustrating, but you will learn something from it, and it ends up being kind of for your own good in a way. Let's pull another clarifier on that Magician, please. The Fool. Got the Fool coming in. All right, really interesting. Beautiful. I like to see the Fool coming in as your the reality, your present state. What I'm getting for you guys, and I'm sorry if it's really messing with anybody's like ADD or something if these cards aren't perfectly straight, but I don't know. I'm the messy person. So yeah, I like to have things kind of in different, not perfectly aligned. I like the random pattern that things create and then they connect for me in different ways. It's part of my creative process. But anyway, we got the Fool coming in, also clarifying that Magician, something new, new energy, new beginning, beautiful energy to have for the reality of your situation. So I think that if looking at the two clarifiers of the Five of Wands and the Fool, clarifying the Magician, it's going to be up to you to solve whatever this conflict is through your excellent communication abilities, Gemini. Nobody communicates the way you do. You are the master of words, Gemini. You can speak in a way that nobody else can. You always have the right words, right? That's the beauty of Gemini. So, or one of the beauties of Gemini. That's something for you to keep in mind. Use that power wisely. Okay, what's coming towards you? Let's get clarifier on the Star and the Moon. Let's see. The Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. Some kind of disappointment. But that's clarifying the Star and the Moon. So you're healing from some kind of disappointment. Something that didn't turn out the way you wanted to. Let me get another clarifier on that Five of Cups. I would love it if we got the Six of Cups. But no, we got the Three of Swords. Looks like something external. Somebody... Look at that. And we got the Two of Wands again coming in for you. So some kind of hurt. Somebody hurt you. Somebody did you wrong, Gemini. And I think it got you thinking about how people show up for you or how you show up for people and how you're going to change that in the future. Because I'm not really getting that. I got to say it how I see it or how I feel it. I'm not really getting that it was all against you or like somebody completely did you wrong. I'm getting it was both sides, right? You weren't a perfect angel in this situation either. And so you're just assessing, but the end result was disappointment. But you're healing from it. You're definitely healing from it. And you're moving forward, which is really what we need to know, what we need to do. Life is not a bowl of cherries, right? Sometimes you get the pits and you just got to deal with them. Yeah, Four of Wands, completion of a cycle. So the Four of Wands is like, it's called completion in this deck, but it's like a mini version of the World card, really is basically what it is. But here it looks like that Wheel of Fortune card, which is interesting. Now, the Four of Wands, I'm getting so many stories through this. The Four of Wands is also known as the marriage card in some decks. So for some of you, this is a split from a marriage or a split from a relationship that you were in, and it's going to come to completion in January. So maybe you're signing divorce papers, and they're finalized this month. For others of you, it talks about learning, achieving something, like achieving some kind of milestone. So the final goal is not complete, but you've achieved a milestone. So you can celebrate what you've achieved up until this point, knowing that there's still more for you to accomplish. So that's really nice, and I think that's part of that healing energy. You're just ending a cycle and you're starting a new one. You haven't come to the end of the road on this particular life lesson, but you've come to a milestone and you've finished a period of it, a section of it successfully. All right, let's go to the Three of Wands for your advice. That's looking towards the future. All right, I love it. You can't make this stuff up. I got the Wheel of Fortune for you. We were just talking about the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit. So that's coming in to clarify your advice of the Three of Wands. So the Hermit, going within, knowing that all the answers that you need are inside of you. Again, connecting to that magician energy that we have in the beginning of the spread. Harking back to the magician, sorry, I just made myself laugh because a card popped out that I didn't see as we were talking about, and then I looked at the bottom of the deck and I got Six of Pentacles, which is balance and success. Successful balance, like when you are in balance, things move forward successfully, with that Wheel of Fortune card, because the Wheel of Fortune talks about needing to constantly be on the move. If you don't move, you'll fall off the wheel, because the wheel is constantly turning. So we see that Sphinx there on the top of the wheel. He's able to stay at the top because he's able to keep in balance and keep himself steady on the wheel. But if he just relaxed and just didn't keep in motion, he would fall off that wheel like the alligators falling off the wheel. So the Six of Pentacles, being in balance, is what leads to success. But then you also had the Love card. I started shuffling again. Whoops. You had the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And so, yeah, for some of you, this is a relationship, a personal romantic relationship that is coming to an end. For most of you, I believe that something is coming to an end, and it's now time for you to move forward and see what other relationships may be coming towards you in the future. That's, yeah. I mean, I wanted to say maybe some of you are starting a new relationship, but I'm not really feeling that here with these cards. I'm really feeling that you're reviewing and assessing and looking back at the relationship that you had in the past, and you are, you know, you're healing from it and you're learning from it, which is a beautiful place to be. All right, let me pull a couple more Kipper cards. Let's see if there's another message or any other messages, Kipper, that you would like to share with Gemini. Family room. This came out for me while in the pre-shuffle while I was like meditating on your energy, so that's interesting. Something with the house. You may be moving into a new house. You may be working more from home for some reason. You may be leaving a house. You may be, you know, separating from the house. Let's see what other cards do we get. All right, yeah. We got family room. We got marriage. And we got courthouse. So there's our legal documents that we were talking about. Okay, I will say it. For some of you, you may be getting married. This may be like a new marriage. I'm not really feeling that though. I'm feeling it's an end. It's the paperwork, all that stuff is being done. Something about a house is figuring in pretty heavily, Gemini. So maybe you're selling the house and you will split the proceeds, or, well, actually it's family room. It's not even house. It might be that you're just setting yourself up in new digs, you know, your new living arrangements. And family room is a very cozy card, so I kind of like that. I like that feeling. I think that wherever you're moving into is going to feel really good. You're going to be able to deck it out just the way you like it. It's going to feel comfortable and secure for you. Okay, that's pretty interesting. All right, let me pull a oracle card for you, a Nature's Whispers oracle card for you. These oracle cards usually pull everything together really nicely. What advice do you have for Gemini, please, Spirit? Okay, Gemini, you got amplify your positive emotions. I love this. This goes so beautifully with the Magician that I'm going to pull out the Magician. It just goes beautifully with all of these cards. It goes beautifully with the Star, the Magician. Amplify your positive emotions. Let me pull the book out and I will read to you from the book. It's number 7. Okay, there is a ripple effect of energy flowing from you. Be positive. Simply staying happy and sending that happiness out from your heart will benefit those around you. As you adjust your motives and attitudes, this energy flows from you in concentric circles, affecting all of your desires and beliefs. There is a chance to bring good fortune and influences to all the events in your life. As circles also represent cycles, know that you are continually going in and out of cycles, growing and changing. With every ending comes a new beginning. Trust that the positive energy you radiate will attract what you wish for. See, I told you, I love this deck. I love the way it always ties everything we were talking about together so beautifully. So that's what I got for you this month, Gemini. I love it. It's really positive. I know that you may be going through a difficult time. You may be feeling a little sad, but just keep that amplify your positive emotions in mind. I'm going to pull one last chakra card for you. See what color stone might be good for you to carry around throughout the rest of the month. Thank you, Spirit. What do you have for Gemini? All right, everybody's getting the blues this month. Throat chakra, listening. If you want to be heard, learn to listen. Somebody else got that as well. I think that's excellent advice for everybody at all times, right? Okay, Gemini, thanks for being here. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you found this helpful. Have a great month, and I will catch you next time. Bye.